G'day guys, now we're going to touch on a few of the senior players who have just come out of the Manly Junior program, either playing youth league or that have attended their first or second year of college. Rad's going to kick us off.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with one that didn't go to college, is still here, and well, with this virus, could have been, might not be able to play youth league anymore. With Annie Henderson, who I've got a soft spot for. It's my favourite person that I've ever coached. Super trustworthy, probably the best defender in the girls program. I don't think that that's even an argument. Terrific teammate and captain for our team, especially like super good with like culture and getting everyone to like each other, or not like each other, but like sort of like do things together, and takes the initiative to go out and do things off the court as well. And she's just super trustworthy, like a super trustworthy person. Was MVP of the league in youth league last year, or not last year, the year before last, I think. And and that just improved out of sight, and just you can see she's just getting better and better and better. I don't think she has college aspirations, but
She should.
But yeah, the perfect club girl, and I think she's like, she plays both. Like she plays the youth league and the ABA as well. So
yeah, I remember watching a game. I think it was in that year that that she won MVP. It might have been down at Central Coast, and she just went off her head. Like she was just unstoppable. Her mid-range, she's got the sweetest mid-range jump shot.
Yeah,
I feel like the only knock on her is she's too hard on herself. I don't think she realised how good she is.
That's exactly what I was going to say. She needs to have more confidence in herself, because she's a weapon.
She's got confidence. She's got undercover confidence. Like she's got that. Like if you're guarding her and you're not right up on her, she'll like do this. She just looks at you and goes, "So are you disrespecting me?" Bang, and then shoot it, like face up and shoot it, just because you're like, "Oh, okay, really?" But the only thing is, she's got one pet peeve of mine where she dribbles with her right hand to go left, and it's just infuriating. Like she just, sorry, Annie, but it just annoys me. But yeah, other than that, yeah, love Annie Henderson. That's who I'm going with. Who?
So Fliss goes left every time and dribbles with her left. And he goes left every time, Jules with her right.
Yeah.
Kitty might get it right.
What does Kitty do?
Yeah. I'm going to go with talk about Lauren Walker. She's over in college in Canada right now.
Well, she's back here now.
Oh yeah, sorry, but normally she's
playing youth league this year.
She was going.
She would have, but it's not on. But yeah, she was coming back to play. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like in my previous job, as I mentioned before, I got to spend a bit of time with Lauren and coach her a bit, and just like the best person and that you could imagine coaching, like just is so dedicated, will do anything. You just say, "Lauren, do this." She goes, "Yep, sure, done." Like
they're the ones you want to coach, aren't they? They're just so coachable. Just do what you say. Yeah. Extension of you on the court. They know exactly like what we're going to say, and they can just huddle up and just, they're so important, those girls and boys on the court.
Yeah.
Did that exceed the time limit?
So yeah, Lauren's, she's got a great motor. She comes from an athletics background. I think she probably goes left too much as well, but that's okay. She can work on that.
Yeah, you can shoot it. Lauren can shoot it.
Yeah.
She's over. Man. And she's also like one of those, like you said, really committed. Like she was on our youth league team training, and she'd catch a million buses to get the training and doing, and she'd never miss it unless it was like a really good reason.
Yeah.
So she was super. So, and she's always in contact, wanting to come back and play. Like no matter, like even though she's over in America, she would always be contacting, trying to figure out like how she can get involved. What is she missing? Anything kind of thing. So she's super committed person.
Legend on your Lauren.
All right, so Coop.
Nate?
It's you, Coop.
I've got Holly Wills. Just come out of the junior program, played youth league last year.
No.
Played
ABA.
Played ABA last year and played well too. I remember watching a few games at Nabisco after our state league games where, same as Zoe, just doesn't get fussy. You need girls that like, where you tell them when they're playing up, and boys playing upper against older boys and girls and men and women, that don't be scared. go and just play. Like, there's a reason you're playing in this game. And she just goes out and she just plays hard.
She played in that year. When you said, like, she played against a lot of ABA players that year that she had no idea who they were. And that was sort of
that's a positive, yeah.
Because she was just, I don't know who these players are. And she just goes out and plays instead of freaking herself out about who she's playing against. She had no idea. And she was a starter in ABA when she was playing A games, which is like tough to do, real tough to do. And she is tough as now. She's one of those both sides.
Two-way.
Yeah,
great defender.
She's always played hard and been a great defender. Her skill level over the last year has gotten like a lot better. You know, good creator now. She could always shoot it, but like, you know, gets to the rim and play off pick and roll now when previously she didn't have that in a game.
You can play with the point.
Yeah.
100%. So,
Brad.
Is me again?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my second player would be Ellis Vandermaas. Now, I've only coached Ellis for like this preseason, really, which we never got to play. But I would say probably the most accurate shooter we have in the girls. When she's on, she is on, and because she's tall and got size, she's a super asset for any team. Like, she's going to make the defense have to come out and make it so much easier for everyone else. And I remember when I was rebounding for her, a lot of the shooting drills she did, I was just like, man, she just does not miss. Like, she's just automatic. And at both mid-range and at three and for everything. The only thing is the layups are like, but the shoot is just legit. It's legit. Like, and so I think she's going to college too now. She's going, well, where everyone's going with this virus. But she's going, where does she sign? She signed at
Ivy League.
Ivy League.
Yale.
Which one? Yale. Yeah.
Yeah,
which is like, they don't just take like hope that you might be a good player. They going to recruit you if you're good. Like, you got to have serious games to make that league, and it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see. I always get excited to see kids that come out of junior programs and then go to college and see how they go. It's so important that when you come out of, when you're trying to go to college, that you don't just go to a college because of the name. I think the way that you need to progress or maximize your college experience is go to a college that's the best fit for you, regardless of name. Like, if you're a fringe Division 1 player, but you're going to get more opportunities at Div 2, go Div 2.
Yeah.
Like, the only way you get better is by playing minutes. Right? And as someone that you're going to talk about, Isaiah, he got recruited by a couple of bigger colleges, but chose his college because he saw seniors were leaving and he's going to have an opportunity to play. Average 16 minutes his freshman year, but that's you can do all the individual workouts outside of playing, but game experience is the only way to maximize your potential at college, and picking the right fit, not just like picking just a high level Div 1. Everyone back in Australia will know, they'll think, who cares? Pick what's the best, do your research and pick what's the best fit for you.
Agree.
Yep.
Before we should probably mention Holly's looking to go to college as well. I don't think she's committed right now, but she's looking at similar level to some of the other girls, so hopefully she gets a good spot.
Yeah, all these girls are going to college. It's just a mix of that.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about the third Henderson for today and talk about Kitty. Have coached or been around her for a while now. She's probably one of the more skilled players that I've seen. Male, female, whatever. She's just one of the biggest ballers I've seen. Can do pretty much everything on the basketball court. Looks effortless when she's shooting the ball well. Great off pick and roll. Good defender. Underrated thing. Really good rebounder for a point guard as well, which is massive.
Beast.
Yeah.
Beast.
And I think she's committed as well to another Ivy League school. Eagles taking over the Ivy League. I think she's going to Columbia, right?
They'll call it the Eagle League soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Kitty.
She's naturally like the most gifted. I feel like her natural instincts and everything that when she plays is she's number one. Like, she's
not a lot of deficiencies. Not a lot of deficiencies at all.
Yeah, she's sort of like a Kev in a way that she's just really good at everything. Like, really. Yeah. But have we got any more? One more.
Yeah. I'm going to take or highlight Gracie Lee. there's 3 siblings in that family. She's easily the best. Isaiah's probably third. And as we touched on with the juniors too, and she was tough as a junior. She's tough. Yeah, she doesn't care if you're in her way. She's running straight through you. She doesn't care. She doesn't feel sorry for anyone.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's so important. And that's going to be, I think she's going to college too, or supposed to. Who knows what's going to transpire in the next few months. But she's built for college.
Yeah.
And coming in as a freshman, she's not going to get pushed around by juniors and seniors. She'll hold her own.
Screen.
Super smart. Like, I reckon she's like one of the smartest basketball players and one of the best passers for like a 4 or 5 girl. Like, she is legit at passing the ball. Like, we were going to run everything through her because she can see the floor so well and just got IQ. That's so high.
Definitely runs in the
Got it from her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerome, both are like that.
Just can pass. Like,
yeah. Over to the boys. Brad, who you got first?
Well, let's just continue in the family. I'll go with Zay. Isaiah, Grace's brother. I remember I coached Isaiah in his first ever year of basketball when he was a Union League player, and he just started. He was like, "Oh, I'll give basketball a go." Yeah, pretty good idea.
Yes, you will.
And I've watched him go through the junior ranks, and he is easily our best talent right now, I think, that we have. And I've always thought that he has a chance. He's got a chance at making it to the NBA. He's got a little chance, I reckon. And because he's so smart, like his sister, like his dad, they just know the game and just got natural instincts and unselfish. He's almost, you know what Zay's biggest problem is? He's not selfish enough. To be more selfish.
Yeah.
To take on more instead of being doing the right thing all the time.
Yeah, he's such a nice kid. He's such a nice kid that sometimes he's like that.
But he can shoot, he can pass, he can handle, he can do it all, man. Like he is. I reckon he's our best prospect now.
His change of pace, Cooper would probably know because my change of pace went from slow to kind of slow, but his change of pace is the best change of pace I've ever seen. Like he just. Yeah. Like he can go from just cruising to buy you in a split second.
Yeah. And I had him in obviously 16s a couple of years, 18s a couple of years. And as you spoke about, Rad, his IQ, number one, his feel for the game is unbelievable. As a point guard, it's really important to understand time, score, possession. Not a vocal leader, but leads by example and actions. And as we touched on with our juniors, he's just coachable. He never talks back to you. He might not agree with what you say, but he'll take it on board, at least nod his head and act like he did. He just has a really cool demeanour. And as I said, just leads by his actions. Still, obviously, his jump shot has improved a lot. His first year at college, I think he averaged 4 points, averaged 16 minutes a game in his freshman year. Top scored, I think, with 9 points against Pacific one game, and good freshman year, something to build off. But I think they had a senior point guard this year who's leaving, so he might take the reins of that team and be starting next year, depending on how his off season goes. But he's committed to becoming the best player he can become. So I mean, if he doesn't, then it's just through bad luck. But he's a really, as you said, probably. I coached for 7 or 8 years at Manly Juniors. He's the best player I've coached.
I'm going to talk about. I talked about his sister before. I got Clancy Bird right now. Clancy would have been playing youth league this year and was training with us in the ABA team. I'm probably going to see a few minutes as well. Great size and athleticism for his position. Kind of transferring out from being a centre because he was a big kid his whole life but it suits modern day basketball. Like if you can be Nick Kay was playing centre for the Boomers at 6'7" at the World Championships. So with how versatile he is, I think he's got a bright future. And the last year or so, he started shooting threes at a really good clip.
That's one thing I know. He can shoot it.
Yeah. I know he's looking to go to college, getting recruited by some, pretty high level schools. And talking to his family and him, I think they've got the same thought process as what Luke said before. You know, it's not about just getting some good gear and sitting on the end of the bench for 4 years. He wants to go to a spot that that suits him and allows him to play. You know, someone that wants him instead of him having to chase them. So yeah.
I reckon you reiterate that point of you want to be playing. It doesn't matter if you think it's Div 2 or Div 3, whatever it is. You need to be playing. Like you can't just.
And I'll give like Jack White from Duke as an example. He probably is good enough to be at Duke, but he only started playing. He's playing bit part minutes his freshman and sophomore year. He started to play a little bit more his junior year when Zion, RJ Barrett, Reddish, and that were there. And obviously once they left, he averaged a lot more minutes his senior year. But I'd argue that if he was playing at a mid-major D1, Jack, and playing, he would have played regular minutes his freshman year, starting his sophomore, junior, senior, and I guarantee if he went to a college that wasn't Duke, and like a lower college like a Davidson or like a Stanford or like a still in a good conference, but like not as high profile, I guarantee he comes out after his 4 years. I'm not saying he didn't come out, but I guarantee he comes out a lot more. Because they like who did Duke recruit guys for a year and see you later.
Yeah.
So high and by.
Yeah.
Cooper, you got?
I got Aiden Pashley. I had the privilege of coaching him in under 18s too. Talking about Max Dowling being a great shooter for juniors, Aiden was easily the most consistent shooter that I coached. Works on it too, which is no coincidence. But I'll never forget when we played, we were playing a state champs game out at Blacktown or somewhere out there. And I don't think Zay was playing. We were playing North. We had no one. Guys left to go on to college. We had guys injured. We had about 7 players. North had beaten us by about 30 and 40 during the year. So they were rolling in, just thinking they were going to roll straight over us. They beat us. But Aiden would have had about 45. He had about 10 threes. They just couldn't stop him. You know, and the guys just get in the zone. The basketball ring just looks like the ocean. North is sending 2-3 guys at him. He just unfazed, consistently knocking down 3. But not just that, he's good off the dribble too. He's a good finisher. Just a real, we need a bucket. Let's throw it. Let's try and find Aiden. Let's hit him off screens. Let's set on ball to him. He's just a go-to guy that can shoot it under pressure.
Yeah, really good kid as well.
Yeah. St. Augustine's?
Yeah. Brad recruited him too,
He's at college in the States, Transylvania, which leads us to our next guy, Rad. He's at the same place. Who you got?
Luke Schroeder.
Yeah, they're at the same college.
Yeah, I've had Luke Schroeder in youth league before. He's probably got the best little jump hook for a big man ever. Like super good on the boards. But his touch around the ring is just unreal. Like it's just so soft for a big guy. And he's not really a shooter like his brother, but like he's a good post player and rebounder.
He's good around the ring. He's such a good. And as a guard, you just want a big who can catch the ball and finish.
Yeah.
He can catch it and he can finish. He's crafty underneath the ring. He's got little moves. He's a big cuts his moves off. He's always got a counter. He's he played a few games for state league last year. And just you can guard him. Like he's got older guys, bigger guys guarding. He steps out. As you said, he's not really a knockdown mid-range shooter. Can shoot it, but you sort of have to come out and respect him. As soon as you come out and respect him, he's just really crafty off the dribble.
Yeah.
He's foul prone, but
What bigs aren't? What bigs aren't?
Fouls per minute, he'd be up there. Next guy I'm going to talk about is Sam Porter. So Sam was at college in the States. Unfortunately, the college was discontinued and doesn't exist anymore. So he came back. He was probably going to be the leader of the youth league team this year. You know, one of their better players was training with us a fair bit in the ABA team as well. And he's impressed me so much in the last year or so. His skill level, he obviously works his butt off. Just really good leader, plays really hard, really versatile, and really skilled.
Yeah, so he was in that team with Aiden that Aiden played in. And I remember when I was picking the team, I didn't know who he was. And then at trials, he's strong too. He's really strong for an under 18 kid now, and he's got even stronger now. I started watching him. I marked him down. Isaiah first. He was second picked. Like, who is this kid? He's tough. He backs guys down the post. You need to work on his outside shot. I think he's got a little bit better at it now. He's a point guard, and he's jacked. He'd take guys to the post in under 18s. No one could defend him.
He's in jumpers all over the place now. He's obviously been working.
Good aim.
Yeah. I think, Coop, you got one more?
Yeah, I got Jackson Smythe. Same with Luke. He played a couple of state league games with us last year while he was in year 11. He's in year 12 this year. Out at Joey's, point guard, smart point guard. Just makes the right decisions. I think the worst thing you can do as a guard is just premeditate what you're going to do. You just got to make reads, and depending on how a defender defends you, gets past his man. If the right options to finish, you can finish with contact. You can find guys. He's obviously a knockdown shooter too. One of those point guards who's smart. Same with Isaiah, not a vocal leader, which is okay if you lead by example. It's obviously ideal if you're both, but hard to defend because he can go at you off the dribble and can also make you respect his jump shot.
He's I think it's Hayden, his dad, side is a Kiwi, because he was in the Kiwi squad as well, the national team squad, and
he's Kiwi.
Made a team. But yet, these guys have been working because we coach most of us here coach them all in juniors, but Jackson's obviously been working because watching him at youth league training and then at school games that I've seen in a couple of them, he's so quick and skilled than what I remember. Yeah. So these guys are working so hard.
A couple of years ago,
So before we go, we kind of left them out of our list originally because they're kind of a bit out of sight, out of mind. But we've got 2 COE kids right now as well. So just quickly talk about Familiy Prior on the girls' side and then Banjo Talbot on the boys' side. Ray, do you want to talk about Millie real quick first?
Well, I've never coached Millie before, but I know that when she played here, I think she played her last year, was under 16s with Tim, and they won the 16s Metro title, and she dominated that game, was just dominant. You could see why they picked her. She's just super tough rebounds, unreal defender. She's gotten better at finishing around the hoop and stuff, but and her shot's gotten better, but she was on the state team too, I think, that year.
I think
top bottom
years, she's been
probably.
Yeah. Tim would have wanted her on the ABA. So ABA, she could easily hold her own in ABA. And she's unreal. I love the way she plays. She's defense first and just plays hard. And I'm not sure how she's going. I haven't had too much contact with her, but I would say she's one that would definitely be a big chance for us to play professionally as well. So
I remember I did a rep camp up at the Armenian school one time, and she must have been bottom age 16s, and I was just watching her. I said to whoever I was coaching, she's going to be the next Lauren Jackson. Now, obviously that's a stretch because Lauren Jackson's the greatest ever basketball to play in Australia, but she's had a chance to back then. She's obviously transformed her game and got bigger and got stronger and worked on her game, just like all the players we've spoken about. She's unstoppable. Yeah. I haven't seen her play for in the last 3-4 months, but she's as you said, she's got a chance to be real good.
Yeah,
is real good, but as you said, her ceilings, she hasn't even come close to her ceiling yet.
The fact that she's at the COE and playing on junior national teams we're not going out on a limb here by saying she's good.
Yeah.
But she's we've talked about a lot of the kids that are super dedicated and hard workers. She's just so committed to being better. Again, had a little bit to do with her in my previous role, and she was just always trying to work harder and get better and improve everything. She got great size, great defense.
So you're the reason she's as good as she is.
100%.
Yeah.
Tim would probably say to be him, but no, not me.
Yeah.
And then on the boys' side, Banjo Talbot's there as well. A bit of a late bloomer. Didn't play any state teams before he got picked to go to Canberra. But has improved out of sight. He's got great size and athleticism. I've seen him a little bit since he's been.
I turned my TV on and watched an NBL game this year, and Banjo was on the court.
Yeah,
he was on playing an NBL game.
Yeah, not too many people get to say that, so that can never be taken from him. But I'm assuming he's looking to go to college. I'm not too sure. I know he was a Kings DP this year, but he kept his college eligibility. So, you know, he's got a chance to be a really good player as well. You know, developing a nice touch around the rim. Like I said, his athleticism has improved a lot, and he's already big as he is. So,
I think the COE has been really helpful for him. He was in that under-18 team too, and a little bit raw coming in, but he always, because he has the attributes, he just needs to add some polish to his game, and I feel like he's really done that at the COE. And the Kings aren't going to sign him as a development player if they don't think the exact same thing. So hopefully he goes to college. I think college would be very beneficial for him. 4 years working individually and then being able to play against other guys will be really helpful for the transformation of his game. So it'll be interested to see where he is in a couple of years. Hopefully he does get an opportunity at college and can take his game to another level.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's it. You know, probably sick of our voices by now, but get amongst it in the comment section. Tag us if you think we're idiots or we don't know what we're talking about. But yeah.
Stay tuned for more crazy things. We've got things coming up. We've got more things happening.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. We don't stop.
All we got is time right now. So we'll keep it's just content, right, guys? Just content.
Yeah. And if you've got any ideas of what you want us to talk about in the future, comment, let us know, and we'll see if they're any good.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
All right, Eagles.